What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag to y'all. Alright, so I am episodes behind. 2 of them. So, I guess this is the 3rd one. We gonna see. So start off with Paula, and she goes to her friend Carmen's house, okay? She tells Carmen, because Carmen's the one that suggested that she go and talk to Golden. So she was like, I talked to her. She was like, oh, that's great. How did it turn out? Horrible. Yeah, that didn't work out. But then I went and I talked to Countess. She was like, well, how was that? It turned out great. And Countess asked for her to direct her video. She's singing. She was like, I'll tithe my talents because I know she ain't gonna pay me. That was shady. And the girl is saying that she's having because she's a comedian, she's having a show at the Laugh Factory coming up. And Paula was like, would you mind if I invited the girls? And she's like, hell no. Come on now. People be needing people to come in. She don't give a damn who is there, okay? She's like, hell yeah, tell them to come. But just let them know that, yeah, I'm going to be talking about their ass. She was like, okay. I know you make jokes about people, but please don't hurt my feelings. Don't make me cry. She was like, I mean, I'm going to say some stuff. And I'm damn sure going to say some stuff about them. She was like, but you know what? I make fun of myself. So I'm a self-critical kind of comedian. I talk about myself in the same breath that I be talking about other people, so it ain't just you know a barrage of insults on like one person. And she was like, just don't say nothing about my butt, my injections. And she was like, well, with this booty right here, I don't got no room to talk about no booties. She's like, no, you got a nice ass. She was like, yes, bitch. I don't get no injections, but she got fat transfer. I'm gonna tell you, it looks pretty damn good. To me, it does. She was like, well, who did it? She was like, the Dominicans. That's right. I need to make sure your ass don't speak no motherfucking English, because I don't need you telling nobody that my ass is fake. She's like, how the fuck did you... how do you talk to people who can't speak English? She was like, there's nothing to say but booty. Go in. Hola, booty. Booty. Gotcha. So, yeah, she got the hookup. Countess asked Malika to meet up with her, so they go and they meet up like at a gym, and I guess Malika's with her trainer or whatever, and you know, they're all huggy and all of this and all of that. And Countess is like, oh well, I talked to Paula, and you know, was she good? And Malika's like, yeah, she was great. I'm really happy that she came, because she was like, I didn't know if that was a good idea. She was like, no, it was a great idea. But then it goes to Countess saying something like, she be having a lot of little sneaky snide remarks that she think that nobody pick up on, but I picked up on it. I was like, I don't really know what she talking about. Did y'all feel like she said like a sneaky snide remark? I mean, at that particular time, I don't think so. I didn't see it. I didn't see what Countess was seeing. But I'm wondering if it needed to have been brought up, the situation, seeing as though Countess was at this point attempting to make the effort to get to know Malika. She probably should have never said anything to Paula about it and did this whole meeting thing first. But that's not the way the thing went down. So, they start talking, and she was like, yes, Paula was very, very sweet to me. I feel like I would have missed out if I hadn't met her. Also, Paula talked to me and told me, oh yeah, because Countess said that she got bullied into talking to Paula. She was like, well, Paula also told me that you had an issue with me. I made you uncomfortable talking about whatever. And Countess was like, well, I was just like, well, she said this, and then I was like, well, I was probably at work, you know, because I had my own show. It seemed to me Countess is the one that's always having a little snide little remarks. I had my own show, and I was busy. I was in the zone. Sorry, I was in my zone. It was probably a stressful day, blah, blah, blah. And Malika's like, well, first it seemed like the girls were trying to turn me against Paula, but now I got beef with Countess. She's like, does she just want to, you just want to beef with me? I actually do think Countess just wants to be for her, because I guess she really, you know, rubbed Countess the wrong way, apparently, with that very first thing. So, Countess was kind of, to me, being dismissive and flippant, as if she hadn't made a big deal about it, and making it seem kind of like Malika was making a big deal about it. Whereas I felt like Malika was just trying to get some clarification and apologize. It didn't really seem like Countess was here for it. So she was like, well, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. She was like, no, you didn't hurt my feelings. Okay? Because if you would have hurt my feelings, I don't have no problem telling people when they hurt my feelings. Like, why are you getting huffy kind of with her? She was like, well, if she really doesn't have a problem with me, she was like, well, what I told Paula was she did this, she said this, and then she was telling me she's doing. She was like, well, why, if she's not mad at me, if you don't have a problem with me, why do you keep referring to me as she when I'm right here? You're actually talking to me. You could say you. She was like, my name is Malika. I have a name. I'm right here. After that, you could see Malika's, yeah, it was not going the way that she had hoped or anticipated, and you could see the disappointment in her face with the thickness of the lips. That's the that's the face. So she was very after that, like, okay, and she's like, well, you know what, I'm not even going to pretend to know what it's like to be a child star. Countess is like, I know you don't know what it's like to be a child star. Oh, wait. Do you know what it's like to be a star, period? Stop. I think Countess is being unreasonably catty right now. Now, I do like her, okay? And I think at the very beginning, so it must have been season 1, when she first came on, like she was a little timid and weak, but now I'm seeing she is not that. That is not she. She can get a little full of herself. But whatever. I'm here for it. So it seems like, I don't know. Hopefully they just never ever talk about this shit again, because it's causing too much stress. Oh yeah, at the end, before they walked away, they were like, she was like, well, I wish you would have been there last night. I think you would have enjoyed it as well. And she was like, well, I don't know. Well, I couldn't have, because, you know, I had to be there. You know, my dad, you know, me, I love my dad. I'm a daddy's girl. And Malika's like, oh, wow, that's great. I always wish that I was able to be one. You're very lucky. And, like, walked off. Now, for some reason, I felt like that was shady. But I don't really understand exactly what the shade meant. But it just sounded like kind of fuck you bitchy. You know what I mean? I could be making it up. Lisa goes to meet up with her brother at a restaurant. And, of course, they talk about the whole Ed thing and her ex getting married to Keisha Knight Pulliam and not talking to her about it at all, and how she had to find out in the papers. Of course, it ruined their relationship, and, you know, her brother's just upset. You know, said that's fucked up. He didn't have to do that to her. They were very close and all of that stuff. So yeah, it was just wrong all around. But he wants her to stop moping, and he wants her to date. He was like, I'm ready for you to be with somebody else. And she was like, bitch, I already be dating. So she's thinking about that guy that she met at that video screening premiere, whatever the fuck it was called. The dude with the afro, he's pretty cute. And yeah, did like a little clip of that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be meeting up. And yeah, so she's ready to be back into the dating scene. Then we go to Countess and Paula, supposed to meet up to talk about the video, the concept, and all of this. So Forrest is there. Countess is feeling not so good about that, because apparently her and motherfucking Forrest do not like each other, and almost was gonna fight somewhere where there was ketchup. And oddly enough, this place also has ketchup right there on the table. Okay. She was like, I'm just gonna hope that this is a whole new Paula and it ain't gonna be no motherfucking shit. And it wouldn't have been no shit, because I think Forrest was trying to be okay, but I don't think it was his fault. Shortly after them beginning this said meeting of the minds, a transgender comes in. I think his name was Vanna. Her name, sorry, whatever. This person's name was Savannah, and they're talking to Countess about the video. So Paula's like, well, I think it could be like, well, Countess was singing. She sang a couple of songs, like little verses of it, so that they could hear which one they thought would be the best to start with or to do. And they were like, well, Wifey. They both seem to like the one called Wifey. But while he's trying to talk to Countess, Savannah is interrupting him like, oh, well, I will be in the video. And he was like, well, no, or something along those motherfucking lines. And something like, oh, well, you don't like transgenders? I think it came from nowhere. I could be wrong. It seemed like Savannah was trying to pick on Forrest for no mother effing reason. So he was like, no, I was just not against you. I'm just, you know, we were talking to her. And she was like, well, she, and Countess is saying, well, she's the director. And Paul was like, yeah, well, I'm directing it. And blah, blah. She was like, so basically, if she is the director, then you didn't have nothing to say in the first place. So what was that all about? I mean, why is you talking when she should be talking? And we don't need no input from you. I don't know why Savannah is so aggressive at the damn table and telling people who is the input. You don't know what he is. You don't know if he's the assistant. You don't know if he's the co-director. You don't really know anything about what his position is to be telling him that his input is not needed. Actually, yours isn't. Aren't you just a stylist? So Paul was like, well, what the fuck is this person here for? Are you a manager or a stylist? Like, did you do this little chihuahua hairstyle that Countess is wearing right now? So, they start talking about the concept, the 40s concept, Cotton Club, whatever fuck. And Savannah goes again and was like, and then I can be in the scene eating your husband's hot dog. She kept saying things that appeared to be disrespectful to Paula's husband. And at some point she did ask if that was her husband. So she knew it was her husband. Disrespectful, I guess, to just make him feel uncomfortable. Like, do you feel uncomfortable? Like, you got something against? But I'm talking about his hot dog right there on his plate, see? But you wasn't talking about that. Like, that's tacky as fuck. Paula's like, yeah, this is just absolutely disrespectful. I'm so mad about these little gnats flying around. They are driving me bonkers and I can't get rid of them, so whatever. Yeah, Paula's mad. And Forrest, I think, is just trying to be cordial without starting no shit, since he think that everybody think he's, you know, the reason that everything be going wrong and fucking up. Savannah's out of line, absolutely out of line. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, why she tripping, why she being that disrespectful to somebody. But you have to know that talking disrespectful, yelling at somebody's husband, putting your hand in their face, telling them they need to shut up, and then talking about his sex, body parts and stuff is going to anger people. And it's not their motherfucking fault. It's not because you're transgender. It's because you're a bitch. Kind of an asshole. And by kind of, I mean you're an asshole. So Paula acting like she is about to go in, and Countess is like, oh my god, why is this happening? But she didn't do nothing to check her friend, which I did not really like. And Paula's like, this is out of hand disrespectful. Go get your own bananas, Mr. Monkey or Lady Monkey or whatever. You didn't have to act like you did not know the gender of the monkey. Or call that man a monkey. I mean, that woman, I guess, shit, we doing the same thing. Then Paula decides to engage Miss Savannah and be like, well, nobody is eating on my husband's hot dog but me. Not this one, not that. I got this on lock. And Savannah's like, but are you in a happy relationship? You know, is your relationship satisfying? She's like, what, bitch? She's like, she was like, you need to recognize real love when you see it. Because they try to change the subject, like, well, we need to be in the studio tomorrow, but Savannah want to keep bringing it back. It's like, you need to recognize real love when you see it. She was like, well, I don't believe in love. And Forrest was like, well, do you believe in God? It's like, yeah, that's the reason that I'm here today. He was like, that's what's up, bro. Or some shit like that. And then it was on. Okay, Paula was like, oh my God, that was the wrong thing to say. It's like, no, because your husband is disrespectful. He disrespected me. So Paula's trying to explain that it is a learned thing. Well, if you actually were a transgender that looked more like a girl, or looked like a girl, like period, where nobody can tell that you were a boy, then it would be seamless. Like nobody would do whatever. But just that, first off, people are used to gay people, people who are gay, and they dress up like girls, right? Gay men that dress up like girls. So they're used to still calling them him. It is a learned thing. So Paul is trying to explain to Savannah that this is something she also had to learn to do, to be constantly conscious of the gender pronoun that is being used. It's like, no, that is too much. That is too disrespectful. Countess is also mad at Forrest, but I genuinely, it has happened to me on many occasions. I mean, it ain't easy. So I don't know if he did it on purpose. I don't know if he was trying to be an asshole. It didn't seem like it. It seemed to flow like natural conversation. Not like he was like, all right, that's cool, bro. Nothing like that. It was just like a regular thing. So whatever. Savannah was like, you better hope that your husband don't sleep with no girl like me. And got up and took her purse and walked out. He better hope he don't sleep with no girl like you. You're not a very attractive girl. That is for sure. Okay? That is for sure. Malika goes to meet up with her manager to see what's up with her acting career. I'm going to assume that she has not been getting called out on a lot of auditions, or there would be no need to do this, right? Okay. So she's talking to him and she was like, so how was the consensus? I guess they're asking about the movie. I don't know. I don't know if it was auditions or what the hell it was that he was supposed to be getting feedback for. But he was like, well, the general consensus is that you played yourself. Yeah, not good, girl. So she goes into her whole spiel about her being born with another person, the security blanket, and doing all this alone and alone. He's like, what do you mean by alone? I mean, like, without my twin. So she's saying that it's still so hard for her to be able to do anything, but she really needs to get it together and get her acting career like going. He's like, well, are you putting in the work? And she's like, no. He's like, I mean, I'm trying to fucking help you and you bullshitting. You asked me to get you an agent, get you into a movie and move you to the next level, and I can't do that if you won't put in the work. So yeah, she's gonna need to go to some acting classes. I might have her come to mine if she pay for it. Please pay for my classes as well. You seem to have a lot of money, young lady, to not be working. She got a lot of money. I don't know who her parents are, but yes, I'm noticing it all up and through her life. Okay, but yeah, so she needs to get it together as far as he's concerned, or she's saying her acting career could actually be over before it even starts. Lisa finally has her date with Jensen, and Jensen is a cutie. All right, so one of the first things that she realizes is that she looks at his bumper sticker and it says I love vagina, and apparently he plays someone gay in movies or on a show or some fucking where. I think that it makes her feel uncomfortable more so than him, because that's his job. He get money. He's comfortable than a motherfucker. I think she feels uncomfortable with it. She was like, wow, that kind of seems like maybe he's trying too hard. He said it's actually a joke. Because he plays a gay guy, his cousin thought it would be funny to put that on the card. Like, yeah, I'm not really gay. I like vaginas. Whatever. She was like, well, he's cute. He's easy on the eyes. So they're talking about, you know, their careers and getting typecast and things like that. They're in some sort of one of those space things where you put on a space suit and blow all around and all of that shit. So, yeah, she seems to be digging him. They seem to be having a pretty nice time. They were talking about, during the typecasting, she was like, she was going to do something, but she had to turn it down because they were like, yeah, is she okay with being nude? And she's like, no, I can't be nude because my sons are a little older and I wouldn't want them having to have fights and all that stuff from people talking shit about their mother or, you know, talking nasty about people's mother. Little boys really don't like that. My husband talks very angrily about people talking about how sexy his mother was when he was a kid. Like, he don't like that shit. So, boys, they're not fans of their mothers being sexy or sex symbols to other people. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me? So, yeah. She's saying that she's very mindful of them. And I think that that was also a bit of a warning to him. Like, yeah, they might also get into fights for her mother's boyfriend being a gay guy on TV. Because, of course, it doesn't mean he's gay in real life, but kids are morons. And make fun of people for idiotic things that don't make any sense. But all in all, at the end of it, he was like, well, next time we do this, we'll have some drinks first. And she was like, okay, I see what you did there. The next time, he was like, well, if there is a next time. And she was like, well, even without the drinks, I'd still be willing to come. So I think there's going to be a next time. She's so cute to me. And he is fine. So, yeah, I'm here for it. Then we go to Malika at her house with Dorian, who I hate still. Okay. But Dorian is like, he's got the script. He's supposed to be running lines with her because that's what she's supposed to do. That is the actual work of being an actor. And she is online trying to buy some shoes. And he's like, you need to get offline. Are you serious right now that I'm here to work with you and you are shopping? You're not even going to have money to buy shoes if you do not get on the ball with these damn scripts right here. So she still keep on playing. She still stays on the computer. He finally talks her off the computer and told her that she needs to get serious. He was like, and she's just like sitting there or whatever. And he's like, you know, your head is not even in this. Like, you're not even in, like, do you even want to be a fucking actor? Because you don't seem interested or invested in this at all in any sort of way. And she's like, you know, she starts crying. And like, I just don't feel comfortable yet. Like, everything that I've done that is noteworthy or whatever is, I've done it with my sister. Like, I've just never not been with my sister. And, you know, it's hard. And everybody's telling me the same thing, but it's easier said than done. I mean, my heart is in it. So now my manager and now Dorian, they're both saying the same thing. You know, that I'm just not into it. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm like not invested. But it's just so hard for me without my sister because I just really want to work with my sister. Okay, so I see that this is your ongoing plot. This is your storyline. 'Tis tired already, I'll tell you that. It's quite tiring. You're gonna have to suck it the fuck up, okay? I moved to LA to be a goddamn actor. I don't have no family here, and my husband is completely unsupportive. So you know what? Gets me upset. And I have to cry sometimes and then suck it the fuck up, okay? And still go and knowing that I have nobody in my corner and that I have to do all my things myself, knowing that someone very close to me is attempting to sabotage everything that I want in life. But yet still gets done, right? So girl, and you on TV, you got the best opportunities in the world right now. Like, you need to stop playing. And that's what he was saying. He told her, look, first of all, you were born with your sister, but you're not gonna die with her. You're not leaving here with her. So you need to start living your life for you, because it's gonna come a time where you are gonna be so pissed off that you did not take these opportunities when they were being handed to you. Okay, since he's actually there to help her do a self-taping, which is, I guess, all the rage now. I think it sucks most of the time, especially if you don't have a reader. It's idiotic. It looks so dumb on camera. But yeah, that's what people are doing now. He's telling her, here's what we can do since you're crying and everything. Use that raw emotion that you have right now, and let's try to nail this on the camera. And she's like, okay, well, let me go fix my face. He was like, yes, because all the crying, girl, you look fucked up. They told her, she cried like a white girl. She cried like this. I know why she cried like that. That bitch is coated in makeup, and she got her contour on her nose and all of that. She can't be wiped. She can't just wipe, you know. She got to pat, to gently absorb the water with her hand. Now we're at the comedy club, and Paula is going to see her friend Carmen. Carmen is dressed in this very peculiar looking blue thingamajigger, one piecey, stretchy ties all across the titties, but your titties all the way down here on your stomach, and you probably, since it's so tight, could have just lifted them up and put them where you wanted them to be inside of the little thing, but no, you just let them have life of their own type thing. So she's telling her, okay, do not go too hard on the girl. So she's feeling a little apprehensive because she don't want everybody to hate her more than they already do. She was like, and don't go too hard on me neither, because shit, I'm sensitive. I done had a hard day and whatever. She got a job on, she landed something that was really good, and I gotta tell you, I just finished watching it and I couldn't even tell you what the hell it was called, but something that's pretty much a big deal. Whatever it is, I've heard of it before, and yeah, yay, all of that. Okay, so the girls get there to the show, and Paula actually does give them a heads up, like she is going to be making jokes about us. She's gonna say some stuff about us. So she was like, yeah. Well, I let them know, kind of. She's like, that's more than them bitches would have ever had did for me, right? So the lady goes down the line. I don't know if her whole entire set was just about them. It seemed like it was, but you know, editing. So she starts off with Paula, and she was like, I remember her from whatever and Hustle and Flow. She plays a hoe on TV, but she really not a hoe. She play a good hoe and blah blah. It's not even really a fucking insult. It's just whatever. Then she goes to Golden, and she's like, oh, 8 seasons of girlfriends. Girl, I thought I was your girlfriend. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. And they doing the oh hell yes, and Maya stands up and blowing kisses to everybody. Hello, all of you. And yeah, I don't think it was very much said about Maya either. I mean, Golden either. Then it goes to Countess. And it seemed like she went a little hard on Countess to me. She was like, girl, you done had your lipo and had all kind of surgery and everything. She was like, you went from 227 to 187, something like that. And Countess like, all right, go. And then she said something else about it. And she like, all right. She was like, all right, that bitch got jokes. She was like, I could take a joke. But what you shouldn't be able to be doing right now is having that motherfucking camel toe. She's like, oh, it looked like it hurt. The outfit was very tight and stretchy. Let us say that. Okay, so then she goes on to say something. She was like, girl, you gonna get it all back together. You know, your career gonna come back. You gonna have it all. She was like, get you some new wigs. Get that up there fixed. And then Paula's like fixing the fake baby hair, and she like, thank you. You're like, okay, all right. So you I was like, oh, that was kind of mean, because y'all know that Countess had that thing where her hairline is all messed up from the glue from lace front wigs and all of that. So yeah, so you came at her for her weight and for her medical condition. The only thing she didn't make fun of was the deepness of her voice and the largeness of her eyes. I'm sorry. Why am I going in on Countess a little bit? Okay. Those are just other things that people sometimes make fun of. Not that I think anything is wrong with Countess, because I already told y'all I like her. She's so petty on this show. She made me laugh. And then she went to Lisa. Didn't really say anything insulting, like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so beautiful. You probably saw her on whatever the hell. She was doing some karate on them and blah, blah, blah. And that's really all I heard about Lisa. Then she went to Malika. She was like, well, Malika's not here. She's one of the divas too. I don't know if y'all would recognize her. No, y'all wouldn't recognize her from nothing. Oh yeah, she's Khloe Kardashian's best friend. Okay, you could remember her from that. Or if you just want to call her Khloe Kardashian's shadow. She was like, well, me and Malika got something in common. Me and her both went to jail for drunk driving or something. She was like, the only thing is she got out. She had somebody to bail her out. She was like, shit, I was in jail so long. I almost became a lesbian or whatever. Okay, so that's the jokes. People felt like it was too much. Well, Golden definitely felt like it was too much, right? And she was like, it figures. So she's blaming Paula for the ladies' comedy show. So they leave. The show is over. They're in, I guess, the VIP area. And they all seem to have attitude. And Countess is going off. And everybody has a bit of an attitude. Now, the comedian comes. She walks up to them like, hey. Nobody says hey. Nobody says hi. Except for Paula. And she's like, what's going on? What's with all of the tension? Paula gets up to give her a hug. Nobody else is responsive. Countess, use names. Countess stands up and she like, I'm gonna go. So she's giving Lisa a hug and a kiss. And the lady, the comedian, Carmen, is just like, it's just jokes, y'all. Like, I went in on myself too. Like, y'all not mad. Like, Countess is walking off like, oh, whatever. Actually, what she did after she hugged her, somebody was hugging Carmen, and Carmen was facing Countess, like right here. And she was like, and kept on going. She's really, really angry, right? And the lady is saying that, and she come back, she's like, no, you know what? This don't even got nothing to do with you, boo. My father is sick. No, it don't got nothing to do with you. I don't care about you. You ain't nobody to me, and blah, 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 like going off. She is heated. So she coming down the stairs, and she like, who the fuck is you? You fucking bitch. Stinking ass bitch. I'm not scared of you. Just going off. And then when she get outside, she was like, fuck Golden. And Lisa started following her and walked her downstairs. She's like, I thought you was mad at the comedian. What the fuck did Golden do? She's like, I can't stand that bitch. She take it off the mic. She was like, it's a new motherfucking day. And blah, blah, blah. She is mad as hell. Lisa does not know why she would be mad at Golden. Like, what did Golden do? And I do not know why she is mad at Golden. I wish that she would have explained it so that I could have lived for it. Because Golden on my nerves. And I wanted to be mad at her too, but I don't know what to be mad at, because Countess, this don't make no motherfucking sense. I don't know, maybe Golden was hugging the comedian when she turned around to hug her, and maybe she took that as a slight, like she thought that the comedian was funny making fun of her. I don't really know. I can't read this one, okay? And I'm usually pretty emotionally sympathetic. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck the problem was, but yeah. She got mad. Savannah was outside, and they all just like walked off down the street, and Lisa's like, I don't really know what's going on. All right, so recap. Paula, it was kind of shady for you to allow that lady to make fun of your friends, especially knowing the volatile relationship that you guys have. Countess is a little over the top with making fun of people, and with the pettiness and explosive anger. Like she's angry about some stuff. Lisa, I adore her. I like the guy that she went on a date with. Hopefully, you know, she finds somebody that will be good enough for her. And Malika, if you don't get it to fucking together with the opportunities being tossed your way, please pass them over here, honey, because I will handle a motherfucking audition all day long. That's what I'm talking about. And I have an agent. Yay. All right, so if you got, oh, and the comedian, I thought that she went in too hard on Countess and Malika. I thought it was kind of, it was mean. All right, and so much lighter on the other ladies, but you know, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. I don't think that they should have taken it so personally, and at least try to hear her out when she was trying to apologize or whatever. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Let me know in the comments if you don't agree with me. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to watch my channel. While you're at it, swing by and check out my previous video. If you're into prettying yourself up and beautifying, go and check out my natural hair and beauty channel. I also have a fitness channel where I share free workouts if that's something that you've been looking for.